Welcome once again, my fellow manipulators of digital fate. I'm Richie, this is Capricorn, and today's deck is one that I've been excited about making for quite a while. This one's called Counting Crows. And the idea here is we're taking the Innkeeper's Talent Vraska combo that has been making the rounds lately, but we're doubling down on a Counters Matters deck where we don't even need the combo to win. We put a ton of value on the board, a ton of pressure on our opponent, and get crazy synergy with +1/+1 counter shenanigans, and we could just win outright with our board state, with our creatures. But then all of a sudden, when our opponent never sees it coming and they're spending all of their turns trying to contend with our crazy board state, we just get the combo. We pull the combo out of our back pocket. We just win on the spot when they least suspect it. It's really crazy. We're able to fit a ton of tutors into the deck, which makes it even more consistent. And I kind of love the idea of taking the combo and putting it into a deck that is so good that it doesn't even need the combo, but it all synergizes together into one happy accident. Now, before we break down the deck, make sure you like the video if you haven't already. It's you guys liking every video that has helped this channel to grow so quickly. Thank you so much to those that do it. Every single like does help the videos get out to that many more people, and it means a lot to me because I put a lot of work into these videos. Also, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you never miss an upload. Tons of crazy deck techs on the way, tons of more spoiler content on the way as well, so lots to look forward to. Also, catch me live Monday through Friday over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/quarantinedcapricorn, because if I'm alive and I'm breathing, I'm there and I'm streaming. This video has been brought to you by today's sponsor, Wonders of the First, but I'll talk about that later. For now, let's break down the deck. Also, I just really quickly want to mention that all of the gameplay from today's deck tech video was from Community Night that happened on Thursday. All of you guys get to play games against me on Twitch, and if you beat me, you get to win a pack. So everybody was trying their best, using their best decks, doing everything they could to take me down. And if that's something you'd like to be a part of, join us over on twitch.tv/quarantinedcapricorn every Thursday. Alright, so this deck is kind of crazy. I'm sort of in love with it. We're taking the Innkeeper's Talent Vraska Betrayal Sting combo that's been making the rounds. You've probably played against it on the ranked ladder, and we're taking that idea and we're turning it on its head, and we're jamming it into a deck that is, even without that combo, super competent at being a crazy mid-range threat. We are based around counters, so the entire deck is built around getting +1/+1 counters, utilizing those +1/+1 counters to their absolute limit, but we have this combo baked in. Now, what is this combo? It is an instant win combo. You play Vraska, you win immediately if you have the right conditions. So, Innkeeper's Talent. First, we need to talk about this card. 2 mana for an enchantment class. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. For 1 green mana, it levels up to level 2, and then all permanents with counters on them have Ward 1. This will even work for your Planeswalkers. And then for 4 mana, it levels up to level 3, and at level 3, if you would put 1 or more counters on any permanent or player, you double the number of counters it gets. So the way it works with Vraska is Vraska has a -9 loyalty ability that if our opponent has fewer than 9 poison counters, it puts a number of poison counters on them equal to the difference. So if they have none, there's nothing else in this deck that gives poison counters, they'll just get 9 poison counters when we activate that ultimate. But if we have the Innkeeper's Talent on the battlefield and leveled up completely, they're going to get double that. So they'll get 18 and they'll just immediately die. And under normal circumstances, we'd have to build Vraska up to 9 loyalty before we could activate this. But the loyalty counters are also doubled when we have Innkeeper's Talent up to level 3. So, as long as Innkeeper's Talent is fully leveled up and on the battlefield, if we play a Vraska for its full 6 mana cost, it comes down with 6 loyalty, which doubles to 12, and we have 12 loyalty, so we can immediately -9, do the ultimate, kill our opponent outright, out of nowhere. It's crazy. But even better than that, we don't need to play this for its full cost. If we play this for 5 mana and 2 life with that Phyrexian mana, then we have it enter the battlefield with 2 loyalty counters less, but it still gets double. And what's cool about this is you would think that that means it enters with 2 less, which is 4, and then doubles to 8, so we don't have enough to ultimate right away. But that's not the case. You actually get to choose the replacement effect that applies first. So, when Vraska enters the battlefield after you pay the 5 mana, there are 2 things on the stack. There are double the loyalty counters and -2 loyalty counters, and you just pick to double first and then -2. So what happens is it goes from 6 to 12 to 10, and we still have a total of 10 loyalty, and we could still -9 in ultimate and kill our opponent outright. So, as long as Innkeeper's Talent is on the battlefield and fully leveled up, no matter how we play the Vraska, we can have enough loyalty to immediately ultimate and immediately kill our opponent with that ultimate. Just right off the bat, our opponent never sees it coming. It's crazy, and there are other decks that have been doing this already on the ladder. There's been other content creators exploring this combo. But what makes this deck different is we don't just rely on the combo. We don't build around doing everything we can to make the combo happen. The deck is just an insane mid-range deck that utilizes a +1/+1 counter theme and a ton of cards and creatures that get insane value off +1/+1 counters, so that even if we don't have the combo out, we can still use Innkeeper's Talent to do an insane amount of work and give us an insane amount of value. And a lot of times we can just win the game without ever even having to rely on the combo. And then we double down on that by including things that care about +1/+1 counters and allow us to tutor up specific targets. So we have this crazy cross-pollinated synergy of being able to tutor up missing combo pieces if we're in a situation where we could just win with the combo. But we don't have to give up card slots that, you know, would be important for some of our mid-range threats. I'm gonna have to talk about the cards because you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but when we get to those cards, I'll let you guys know because it's kind of crazy. In conjunction with the Innkeeper's Talent, we're also using Paw Patch Recruit. Comes down for just 1 mana. It's a 2/1 trampler, and whenever any creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, we get to put a +1/+1 counter on a different creature, any creature that's not that creature. Which is kind of crazy because now every single creature they try to remove from our field is going to trigger the Paw Patch Recruit and put a counter on something else, which, because this deck is built around +1/+1 counters, we get an insane amount of value off every counter we get to put on something. And this has Offspring too, so if we drop it on turn 3 by paying a total of 3 mana, we get 2 of these guys on the field, and then whenever they target something, we get 2 counters to put on something that isn't the thing that they're targeting, which means even if they try to kill the Paw Patch Recruit, we can put the counters on the other Paw Patch Recruit if we really want to. It just gets really, really crazy, and even if they go out of their way to remove the Paw Patch Recruits, we get a ton of value off of them in the meantime that sticks around. And it just gets really, really wild. So let's start at the bottom of the curve and talk about all of the ways that we are able to double down on these +1/+1 counters and give value. So first of all, we got Stalactite Stalker. 1 mana, 1/1 menace. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended, you get a +1/+1 counter on it. You can pay 3 and sacrifice it to give target creature -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the Stalactite Stalker's power. So, not only is this a really good creature to put counters on with some of our other cards that give counters, because the more counters that are on it, the bigger creatures it can kill with the removal side of the card, but it also has a way to put counters on itself if things in play on our side are dying and going to the graveyard and triggering the descend mechanic. So, things that care about our stuff getting counters can get even more value off this thing giving itself counters. So it kind of synergizes in 2 very important ways, and it's able to be our removal in the deck while still being a piece of synergy for pressure on the opponent. We don't have to use up a card slot on just a cut down or something like that, which granted would be a lot more efficient removal, but if you're up against a deck where you don't need to remove a threat, this can be your pressure, it can be your threat, and the fact that this can double up as that and get really, really crazy big with all the things that give counters in this deck makes it a really solid 1-drop choice for this deck to get down on turn 1. In addition, we already have talked about the Paw Patch Recruits, which can come down on 1 as well, and then we have 1 Lost Jitte. This is a card I'd love to have more of because it works insanely well with this deck. Whenever your creature that you have equipped with it deals combat damage, you get to put a charge counter on it. So, if you have Innkeeper's Talent leveled up, this thing is going to get double the charge counters every time you deal damage. Not only that, but then if you take a charge counter off of this, you can untap a land, or make a creature not be able to block, or put a +1/+1 counter on the equipped creature. So again, if Innkeeper's Talent is leveled up to level 3, not only do you get double charge counters on the Jitte, but then every single one of those charge counters that you take off to put a +1/+1 counter on the equipped creature will give you double +1/+1 counters as well. So in that way, every single time you hit for combat damage with the Jitte, you get enough counters to put 4 +1/+1 counters on the creature, because you'll get 2 charge counters, and each of them will put 2 +1/+1 counters on the creature, and you can get the creature insanely big really fast. It's absurd. We did it in one of the games. It's crazy. Moving on to the 2-drop slot, we can see some of the reasons we're going deep into +1/+1 counters for the mid-range aspect of this deck. We've got 4 Dusk Legion Duelists, 2 mana 2/2 Vigilance, and every time a +1/+1 counter gets put on it for the first time in a turn, you get to draw a card. So this is a free extra way. There's so many ways to just put +1/+1 counters on creatures. This is just a free way to draw cards, to get value, to draw into even more gas every single turn. And sometimes we can find ways to put counters on this creature during our opponent's turn so that we're drawing 2 cards every turn cycle. Like Jitte is one example of a way we can do that by removing a charge counter, but it can get really, really crazy. And then in addition, we have Iyara's Oathsworn. Now this is the creature I was talking about earlier that allows us to tutor up a combo win. This is a 2/2 menace creature for 2 mana, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if it has fewer than 4 +1/+1 counters on it, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then if it has exactly 4 counters on it, you search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Now, because we have so many ways of putting +1/+1 counters on our own creatures, this can get up to 4 +1/+1 counters super quick and tutor up whatever we need. And a lot of times, all of the other creatures that we have in play are a bigger threat than the Iyara's Oathsworn. So if our opponent does have removal, they're going to be using their removal on other things and not taking out the Oathsworn. And it's really, really easy to, in the mid game, just out of nowhere, tutor up a combo win, or just tutor up something we need to win in general, whatever we need, and just win on the spot. It can get really, really crazy. If we have the Iyara's Oathsworn down on 2, and we jam the Innkeeper's Talent on 3, we attack, we get a counter from the talent, and then we deal damage, we get another counter, and then we're primed to do the same thing on turn 4, and immediately get the tutor. It's crazy, and that's without taking into account any other ways to put +1/+1 counters on things. But we have a bunch of other ways too, one of them being Collector's Cage. Not only is this a 2 mana artifact, where we can pay 1, tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on any creature we control, it's another way to just keep jamming counters on things every turn, and exponentially get value if we have a fully leveled up Innkeeper's Talent. But when it enters the battlefield, we get to hide away 5. So this is kind of another way to sort of soft tutor for a combo piece, or for just the most valuable thing in the top 5 cards. And then eventually, when we put the +1/+1 counter on one of our creatures, and we have 3 different powers as it resolves, we get to play that thing for free. So sometimes the Collector's Cage can also just find our combo piece, tuck it away, and then out of nowhere for 1 mana, we're just playing our combo piece and winning the game, and it gets kind of crazy. But in addition to that, we've got 3 Pillage the Bog, which can also tutor. This is like one of the most underestimated cards in Standard right now, I feel. And granted, a lot of people know how powerful it is, but I'm surprised how many cards, or how many decks rather, are playing Golgari colors and not using this card, because it's most times just basically a straight up demonic tutor, and it's crazy. So between 3 Pillage the Bogs, 4 Iyara's Oathsworn, and 4 Collector's Cages, we have so many ways to just dig for our combo pieces, and then out of nowhere get them onto the battlefield and just win outright. It's crazy, but what's great about all of these cards, with maybe the exception of Pillage the Bog, is that like Oathsworn and Collector's Cage work really well with everything else the deck is trying to do, so it's not a waste. It's not like we have to, if we use it to find a combo piece but aren't able to pull off the combo right away, it was a wasted card. It's not a wasted card. It's not just sunk value, right? It's putting pressure on the opponent and contributing to all of our synergies that are putting pressure and trying to just attack and win the game even without the combo. So it's sort of like our opponent's screwed if they do, screwed if they don't. They have to contend with our board state and stop our aggressive advance with creatures and with all of our crazy +1/+1 counters, but at the same time they have to worry about us pulling this combo out of our back pocket and just winning on the spot. So it's almost like they have to fight a two-front war, and it can get really insane. In addition to Pillage the Bog as tutors, which we're running 3 of, we've got one Bristly Bill, who on landfall can distribute a +1/+1 counter. We are only running one because it's legendary, but still another really good, cheap, sometimes free way of getting +1/+1 counters. We can also pay 5 mana and double the number of +1/+1 counters on every creature we control, so it's a nice late game mana sink as well. And then we're running one Ozolith, again another legendary, but when it's on the battlefield, we get to put an additional +1/+1 counter on anything that gets a +1/+1 counter, and it has an activated ability for 2 mana and tapping it, where we get to put a +1/+1 counter on something, which really translates to putting 2 because of the static ability as well. So a lot of value we can have with the Ozolith. Moving on to the 3-drop slots, we have Ornery Tumblewagg, 3 mana for a 2/2. We are only running 3 of these. I'd kind of like to run 4, but it's hard to fit everything into this deck. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on anything. It saddles for 2, and if it attacks while saddled, it gets to double the number of +1/+1 counters on target creatures. So when you're doubling stuff because of Tumblewagg and doubling stuff because of a fully leveled up Innkeeper's Talent, it gets really out of hand really quick, and a lot of times you can go from a 1 power creature to all of a sudden a creature that's hitting for like 10, 15, 20 damage in just one swing, because you have so many ways of putting extra counters on and then doubling everything. It just gets really, really absurd. We are also running one Zoraline. It is a legendary creature, but it's really good in this deck because we are running almost all permanents that cost 3 or less. So it's almost always going to have targets to get back from the graveyard. It is a 3/3 flying vigilance for 3. Whenever a bat you control attacks, you gain 1 life, which we don't have any other bats, but when Zoraline attacks, we get to gain a little bit of life, so that's nice. And we can pay 2 mana whenever it enters or attacks, as well as 2 life, to take any permanent that costs 3 or less from our graveyard, put it straight back onto the battlefield with a finality counter on it. So this is a good way of, in the mid game, just being able to get back all of the things that our opponent already dealt with and just give our opponent an entirely huge headache, right? Zoraline is great. It is legendary, so we're only going to run the 1, and it doesn't really work super well for us on curve. It's kind of a backup plan to get things back if our opponent is dealing with our board state, but it's definitely worth 1 of, I think. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about the other planeswalkers that are in this deck, because they also allow for immediate ultimates out of nowhere the very turn that they're played if we have a fully leveled up Innkeeper's Talent. So one of them is Wrenn and Realmbreaker. Gives all of our lands the ability to tap for a mana of any color, +1 to turn one of our lands into a creature with vigilance and hexproof and haste until our next turn. So it can swing in and block, which is nice. -2, we can mill 3 cards and put a permanent card from among the milled cards into our hand, which is good for getting back, you know, getting some extra value into our hand if we need it, if we're running out of gas. But the real draw here is the ultimate at -7. Now, since this thing starts with 4 loyalty, once again, if we have a fully leveled up Innkeeper's Talent on the battlefield, it's going to come in with 8 and be able to immediately use this -7 ultimate, where we get an emblem where we may play lands and cast permanent spells from our graveyard. Since our permanents get really, really powerful really, really quick because they all synergize together so well, being able to just constantly recast literally everything from our graveyard is absolutely insane. And once we have that emblem, it doesn't even matter if they kill Wrenn and Realmbreaker in response, right? We still get the emblem, it still resolves, and for the rest of the game, we just freely get to replay everything from our graveyard whenever we want, and it's bananas. So it doesn't necessarily win right on the spot like the Vraska does, but it gives us so much insane value that it's absolutely worth running. And then we also have one Archangel Elspeth, because this also does kind of everything we want. 4 loyalty planeswalkers, so if we have a fully leveled up Innkeeper's Talent, it's going to come down with 8. It can use the ultimate right away, -6, return all non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, which is literally everything in the deck except the one Vraska and the one Elspeth. So we just get our entire graveyard back onto the battlefield and just insanely fill up the board with value and just win within a turn. It's really, really crazy. We can do this right away if we have a fully leveled up talent. But also the other loyalty abilities on this work really well with our mid-range strategy. So +1, we get a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink that can help us go wide with bodies so that we can put +1/+1 counters on it, so that we have maybe a 3rd body to trigger the Collector's Cage Hideaway, that sort of thing. And then -2 puts 2 +1/+1 counters on any creature, gives it flying, and it becomes an angel in addition to its other types. So this is another way we can put counters on our creatures, trigger all of our +1/+1 counter synergies, and give one of our big win condition creatures flying to boot. So everything that this card is doing, this deck loves. But again, the ultimate can happen right away as soon as you play it if you have that talent on the field and fully leveled up. So you can just get insane value, and it's so hard for your opponent to come back. Now, one might argue that maybe you should run 3 Vraskas instead of 1 of each of these planeswalkers, and you could do that, and that might be the right play, but I think because we have so many different ways to tutor with the Collector's Cages, the Oathsworns, the Pillage the Bogs, all of that, I think I'd rather have 1 of each because our chances of finding whatever we need go way, way, way up in value. And then also, if we happen to run into a second one of these planeswalkers throughout playing, we're not stuck in a situation where we have something stuck in our hand that we can't play. We can have them both on the battlefield at the same time, and both helping to contribute to our mid-range plan, which is really, really nice. So for me personally, because of all of the tutors, if we didn't have as many tutors, I don't think I would go this way, but because of all the tutors, I really like using 1 of each. And then our mid-range game is really, really powerful. We have the ability to just win through creatures, through insanely huge creatures that get buffed up with a ton of different ways of putting counters on them, and it gets really nuts. But then also, if we happen to hit a stalemate board, our opponent has a huge board, or we're just in the right circumstances, sometimes we can just all of a sudden combo win out of nowhere, when our opponent doesn't even see it coming, when they're busy trying to stave off all of the aggression that we're sending their way. They just don't even see it coming, and we just win. So the deck's nuts. The mana base is very particular in order to make sure we have exactly the colors that we need for an 𝐴𝑏𝑧𝑎𝑛 deck, because we are in a format right now where we don't have the greatest mana bases for slower, more long-term decks. We don't have any of the slow lands. We have all the fast lands and pain lands, so it is kind of tricky. But if you're interested in the mana base, all of that is in the description of the video. So check that out. I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Wonders of the First. Wonders of the First is a brand new collectible card game similar to games like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, featuring a unique action-based resource economy that helps avoid pitfalls like mana flood or mana screw, and a battlefield containing multiple realms that unlock over time as you fight for control of the stones. The first 400 card set is called Existence and will launch to retail in the fall, but Kickstarter bundles are available to order now. And they haven't forgotten about all you collectors out there. The game contains alternate borderless art variants, as well as highly sought after limited edition numbered prints, culminating in a 1-of-1 stone foil. And the best part is that the developers have a community first approach, with 8 print and play decks available on their website, as well as a version of the game available on Tabletop Simulator, all for free. For more information, be sure to check out wondersccg.com today. That's wondersccg.com. Alright, I think we can keep this. We will start with the Stalactite Stalker. Misbreath Elder, sure. I gotta think long and hard about this one. I think we do this. Okay. I like getting rid of the smite early. Not having to worry about it being used on my Oathsworn. I'll take it. Kinda want to play this, but I think it makes a lot more sense. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have a second green, do I? Maybe it would have been better to do that then. You know what? For now, this will do the same thing as the other card. So we'll grab this. We'll go... I think we'll go with this. And then we will swing. That's rude. Very rude. Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. I had a feeling. I got a feeling. Alright, we're gonna find a forest. The concert went really well, gods. And then we're gonna play Innkeeper's Talent. And then we are not going to attack. I mean, we couldn't anyway, but I'm gonna not be a dummy because of the saw blades. Yeah. So the concert that I ran on Tuesday, the reason I didn't stream Tuesday, it went pretty well. It wasn't insanely profitable or anything, but it didn't lose money. It was in the green a little bit, and I'll take it. You know, I've had some really rough losses earlier this year, so I'll take it. Alright, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I really want to, like, buffity buff. Let's do this. Equip here. Level you up. Put a counter on. Swing. Blocking with the pixie, sure. Let's remove the counter from Jitte. Untap a land. Let's pillage the bog. Let's find a land. Let's play the land. And let's pass the turn. Let's pass the turn. Wrenn, sure. Milling. What are you getting back? Land, huh? Pass. Swings for 3. Sure. Plays a pixie. Bounces Wrenn? Bounces nothing. Alright. Well, we'll put a counter on Bill. Goodness. Goodness me. think we gotta start getting kind of crazy. Let's do this. And we will swing with a 10-10. Sure. And we get 2 counters on the Jitte because of the talent. And we'll use a counter to untap a land. And then we'll play another Innkeeper's Talent. And then we'll use a counter to untap a land. I think we'll get some more ward. Let's get some more ward. I'm good with that. We'll get some more ward. $15 life. You got a Wrenn. You got a 𝐵𝒔𝒆𝒄𝒄 Elder.
My step, I see endless rot and rebirth.
Difficult decision. Grabs another 𝐵𝒔𝒆𝒄𝒄 Elder. What's funny is they have to return each other if you have both in play. Which is kind of rough. Alright, let's go like this. Let's go level 3 on a second Innkeeper's Talent. Because we're crazy. Does that give me 4? Or 3? Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. Here we go. That's a lot of boys. That's one big bill. Biggest bill. Gods, you play Path of Exile? 4 Jitte counters. Oh my goodness. 4 Jitte counters. Can you imagine? 4. 4. Pay the ward. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. What are we gonna grab? Let's grab another one. Why not? Alright, we're gonna end the turn. We have kind of a crazy board state, just no creatures. But he's playing with a pretty decent amount of control, at least as far as I've seen so far. He's got Elspeth's Smite, Spring-Loaded Sawblades, and Get Lost at the least. Maybe I'm gonna have to play Path of Exile then, if you play it. Alright, 𝑀𝒄𝒆 Elder. My turn. My turn. I gotta think long and hard here. Because if I don't draw gas, I'm kind of just doing nothing. Right? Right. Okay. So let's do this. We're gonna untap the 𝐼𝑛𝑛𝑘𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑟'𝑠. We're gonna untap another land. We're gonna untap another land. We're gonna untap another land. And then we're gonna make a might token. Oh my god. Look at her butt. Equip. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's bottom that. We need a win con. We need a win con, baby. Alright. Let's turn our might into a win condition. And then attack. Seems okay. Remember, we can activate the Collector's Cage at instant speed. Which means... oh, even the dog's grumpy. Which means we can just straight up kill you if you don't block. Alright. Now we get 4 counters on the Jitte again. And I think we're going to level up the Innkeeper's talent. We'll end the turn. I could have leveled up the Innkeeper's talent to level 3 by using the 4 counters from the Jitte, but I don't know if we want to do that yet. That's rude. That's really rude. You better be careful. I'm about to make a name for myself. Alright. Well, we're going to have to do the same thing we did last time. Untap the 𝐼𝑛𝑛𝑘𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑟'𝑠. Untap a land. Untap a land. If only we could just keep 1 counter on the Jitte. So that we could make it so the Thicket couldn't block. Although it has X-proof, so I guess maybe not. Maybe not. Jeez. We don't even need the Ozolith. That's crazy. That's overkill. Let's cycle it and see if we can find something better. Not quite. Not quite. Alright, we definitely want to equip you. And then we definitely want to level up you. Now I don't think we need to worry. Oh, baby. Watch how crazy this gets. Going to work on that deck, Lawson? Awesome. we go. Welcome to 8 counters on the Jitte. Holy moly. Holy moly. We don't need to do anything with it yet though. But next turn is gonna be brutal. I miss you, Ostrich. Oh wait, that's not even Ostrich? Wait a minute. Is that Duchess using Ostrich's account? Alright, we got some ward. Pay the ward. Pay the ward! I have not used Millennium Calendar yet, no. But that sounds wild. I mean, yeah, we'll let you. We'll let you. I think we got you this time, though. I think we might have you this time. Really close to it.
Please, buy us more time.
Oh, you completely deleted your Twitch, Ostrich? Or, Duchess? I didn't realize that. Watch how much we're gonna do here. Watch how much value we're getting out of this Jitte right now. Untap. Untap. Make a might token. Untap. 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 Make a might token. My turn. Oh god. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Spring-loaded saw blades. Well, how much loyalty do we have on this? 46, is that all? Is that all? Is that all? See how big we get. We don't even need to use Vraska. We don't even need to. It's time to play. I will keep this. Ring-a-ding-a-ding. Play the damn thing. Stalactite Stalker. What a good one drop for this deck. Because it gets better with counters. Because of the removal aspect. So you want to put counters on it. It has a way to put counters on itself. So it can synergize with the talent without any other cards. Just kind of does everything you want in a one drop in this deck. I think we start with the Oathsworn. Because the sooner we can start doing things with the Oathsworn, the better. Alright, founding the third path. We got a Tempest Heart. Ooh, a 𝐿𝑒𝑟𝑟𝑎𝑐ℎ. Archaeologist. One with the multiverse. I can see it coming now. I can see what's about to happen. I can see it. I can see it. Alright, we're going to play Ozolith. We're going to swing. It gets 2 counters because of Ozolith, so it's now a 4/4 menace. The dog is grumpy. Hey! No Oscar the Grouch is allowed. You go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. Oh god. Oh god. Vaultborn Tyrant in the yard. That's a whole lot of... That's a whole lot. That is a whole lot. Let's do this. I knew it. I knew I should've. Alright, we'll do this. And then we'll do this. Draw a card. And then Stalker will get a couple counters because of the Ozolith. No grumping. Absolutely no grumpalumps. More Bitter Triumph. At least I got my card off of it though. I'm not that upset. I'm not that upset. Alright, so we're going to start with that. Then we're going to swing. And then we're going to get this down. Could have activated the Ozolith, but I think this is just better. Lots of potential here. Lots of potential here. I actually think I like this play the best. Alright, well, we'll go... Guess we gotta go like here? So that we can do that. So that we can do that. So that we can do... Still not quite good enough though. I think we do that. And then we attack here and here. Oh, I can only do that as a sorcery? I'm a dinghy. I am the biggest dinghy. Guys, look at how much of a dinghy I am. We're gonna save this because we just drew this. Yo. Not cool. See what we can draw. Okay. Okay. I'm here for it. Let's grab, I guess a green probably makes sense. And then it probably makes sense to do this, since we can't swing this turn anyway. grab that. Even though we do need an Innkeeper's Talent, there's a better chance we find another Innkeeper's Talent than that we find this card, so I think it makes sense. Let's swing. I don't know what he could possibly have at 3 life. Nothing? Oh, man. You were so set up, too. Alright, this looks good. I'm gonna keep it.
Hell, there's the way you just came from.
I mean, we have 0 black mana, so it doesn't look that good, but it's fine.
I'm gonna quickly mute up to eat some taco real quick.
It's fine, guys. Everything will be fine. Pillage. Sure. Dusk Legion Duelist. Well, now who do you kill? Oh, we got a mind lasher. Oh,
I am back.
Baby. Oh, baby. 3 Paw Patch Recruits. Let's go.
Wow. However, you see, you fail to realize the most crucial flaw. I have over 9 million power in Rise of Kingdom.
I fail at nothing.
Well, I mean, you're taking 6 damage this turn from just getting 1 damage.
Who cares? 6 damage. Don't make me laugh.
I'm gonna do this.
Don't make me laugh.
It's weird, but I think I actually add this.
6 damage. Ha. Child's play. Collector's Cage.
Ooh, no.
Interesting possibilities.
Target of a spell or ability an opponent controls. I see.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Wow.
Hi. Hello.
So,
How are you?
I'm okay with taking 9 here.
Okay. I hope you can do 13 this turn.
I'm not sure if I need to.
It's possible you could. It's possible you could.
I mean, it is very possible. However,
Bonnie.
Cow. Holy cow!
Okay.
Did you get it?
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's in my best interest to start with this. To see if I can draw something I can play.
Okay.
Another Paw Patch Recruit.
Jesus Christ!
Alright, well, we'll just make Duelist really big for next turn. The dogs are excited.
On!
Am I dead yet?
Potentially. Give it a moment.
It did take me a long time to find my black mana, I'm not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
I'm a little depressed about it.
I see.
God damn it, none of these are deserts.
And rebirth.
Should have won you deserts.
Kellen. But it's funny saying it like Kalen. It makes me laugh. That's a lot. That's a big boy. It's a very big boy.
Who's a big boy?
Alright, well, good thing it doesn't have trample.
Yeah.
Whew!
It's funny, the baby Paw Patch has more stats than the regular Paw Patches.
You know, I'm really close. I'm really, really close.
I did not need to know that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. TK421.
So let's see, can you deal damage to me this turn enough to deal 5 damage to me to... Blech.
Let me think. Let me think.
No,
Getting the
no
black
thinking
really
out.
late was
Yeah.
problematic.
'Cause you're doing Vraska stuff, right?
Hmm.
I mean, you can Innkeeper's talent maybe, like level it up.
Don't have a way to gain any life.
Mm-hmm.
I think my best bet.
The next desert I play kills you.
Yeah, well, I have to play to my outs. So,
Hey, that turns your lands into black sources.
Please, buy us more time.
It's funny, your Paw Patch Recruits do absolutely nothing because I have no targeted hate in this deck. My only removal is board wipes.
I think I have to kill Wrenn. Because you can definitely get back a land with Wrenn.
It's only among the cards milled.
So, I think I at least have to put you in a difficult position.
Let him die. It's not really a difficult position once you see what's in my hand.
Oh, you already
In
have
fact,
a
it's kind
land.
of the opposite.
Realmbreaker is true.
That's a bummer.
In fact, I think you're dead.
Yeah, probably.
So let me just start off,
Ow.
and then I do this, and then I'm gonna kick your ass in. Damn, bam. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to select. Okay, so bam, bam, and then do that.
Brutal.
You're dead, son.
GG's.
GG. I was just casting Kellen because I want to get progress on my quests. I also just won by attacking.
Ow.
Because I also could just
You shot
attack
me,
with
you
Flying Ball,
a-hole.
revive the swamp, and then the Vine Lashers killed you, but this way was funnier.
I'm gonna keep this.
This hand has the alt win con of the deck in it, so I'm gonna keep it.
As much as I don't want to play this, I am gonna play it.
Wow.
Pickaxe. Pick your nose.
Well, you got your black sources this game.
It's true. It's about time. Tough cookie.
Yeah.
That is a tough cookie.
So, fun fact, Tough Cookie can animate Diamond Pickaxe. Which seems pretty frickin' spicy.
Hmm.
Because that makes it a 4/4 indestructible.
Yeah, for 3 mana every turn.
I mean, I probably will.
Alright. I will pass.
Or will you now?
Freaking diamond pickaxe.
Let's play Charming Scoundrel.
This should be Teamer. You should be playing with that, the blue case, too.
Yeah, but I figured I already don't have the dual lands for this.
Fair. That's actually very fair.
Well, I mean, actually, to be fair, I have the 𝐼𝑛𝑛𝑘𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒 lands, and I have the Simic lands, but I don't have the Gruul lands. So, yeah.
How about this?
Wow.
Oh, baby, baby.
Wow.
I'm thinking. Leave me alone.
No.
I think we go like this. And then we go like this. And then we go like this. And then we go
Enter the attacks. You may pay away
this.
the
Oh, baby, baby. You guys seeing this?
Guys seeing this bullshit?
It's not bull. It's not bull.
Is it shit?
It's something. It's definitely something.
Wow. I personally think people are sleeping on Geological Appraiser and Standard because, I mean, at least in terms of this current format, because sure, even in this deck, it's not getting, like, combo stuff going. But, like, it's a 4-mana 3/2 that gets you more value, like, gets you a 3-drop or something.
I agree. I think people will start to realize.
Yeah, it's like, sure, it's not broken, but it's still pretty freaking good.
You know, I really did consider the Pixie in this, but it's hard to fit
Fair enough.
everything that I want to fit.
Well, I mean, I don't really see why you'd want to play Pixie, but
I could bounce Paw
I
Patch
guess bounce
Recruit to
Paw
replay
Patch.
it to make another
yeah, but
offspring.
that
I could
seems a
bounce
bit
Collector's Cage to put another card under it.
Isn't nurturing Pixie only creatures?
No, that's the whole reason it's good. Is it can bounce those 1-drop enchantments. Bounce any non-token permanent. Or non-land permanent, I think.
Enters the battlefield, return up to 1 target non-fairy, non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. Okay, so I'm thinking of Guardian of 𝑇𝑒𝑟𝑟𝑠.
We'll go, here?
And even so, Guardian of 𝑇𝑒𝑟𝑟𝑠 artifact or creature, so like you can still bounce Collector's Cage.
Yeah.
Still, I personally think Pixies is a bit win more, because Paw Patch Recruit relies on your opponent having interaction, and if you've gotten a hideaway trigger from Collector's Cage, you've probably already won the game. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Not necessarily in this deck, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, necessarily in this deck, Vraska or in 𝐾𝐞𝐴𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑒�े I'm sad, I didn't get to do the freaking wacky combo this deck wants to do.
End the turn. Forgot to saddle my Tumblewags, so it's okay.
That is not a sentence I thought I was gonna hear today.
I forgot to saddle my Tumblewagg. I've been dying to saddle my Tumblewagg all day long.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Wait. Of course, and I think I'm dead now. God fucking damn it. I needed that to be not a land. Yeah, you probably got me here. Yeah, no, you definitely got me here. You just attack with Zoraline and you kill me. Or, well, Zoraline and Tumblewagg. Put the counter on Zoraline and, yeah, like, you have so many ways to kill me.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Oh, wait, fucking Innkeeper's Talent doubles? Oh, no. Oh my god!
Oh, baby, baby.
That's one giant rabbit.
Hop to it.
No.
A hip,
I'll just take
a
it.
hop, a hip, a
Put more
hibby.
counters on the rabbit. Damn it! You should have. What you should have done was you should have pre-combat put counters on the
Alright.
rabbit.
This actually looks really good. I'm gonna keep it. Let's see what we can do with it. Hello. Start with a Blooming Marsh and a Stalactite Stalker. Hired Claw. Wonderful. We'll go Innkeeper's Talent. And I guess we'll just attack, right? There ain't no stopping the claw. Ow. Ow! It's okay, King. Oh god. Maybe it isn't okay. Double hired claws. Maybe Lizards wants to play blue and play Mockingbird. That would be pretty wild. Got a lot of options here. I think my best one is this. Do I just keep it up as a blocker? No, I think I race. I think it's okay. Let's end the turn. Mountain Dew it. Love it. Alright, Vial Smasher. A third high. Come on. Lawson, you over there cheating? You know you're only allowed to have 4 in your deck, right? You know that, right? He did hire mercenaries. Alright, we're gonna grab... I think probably white. That makes sense to me. I gotta think long and hard here. We are in dangerous territory right now. I think my best bet is to do this. So that I can go wide with more potential blockers. And then not try to race. Because I need to punish you if you try to swing and activate your hired claws. That's just what I need to do. Vine Lasher. Oh god. Breaking the claw, breaking the claw. I think I gotta use that as a deck name. Alright, we're at 7. I think I need to do this. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Guess we do that. And then we do this. And then we go... this. And then we find you. And then we go like that. And then I think we just have to pass. We can't risk taking hits. But I mean, everything's doing automatic damage, right? He plays 1 Lizard Outlaw, pings us for 2. And then he swings, he automatically pings us for 3. And then we block, block, block. Take 3, we're dead. So we're very close to dead here. Alright. We gotta go like this, and like this. And if he has a shock, we are toast. Oh, he can put a counter on. Forgot about that. Damn! You got me, Lawson. I will keep this. This looks alright to me. Alright, we're going to start with the Wastes. We're going to play the Stalker. We'll go Thicket. We'll go Talent. Put a counter on the Stalker and swing. Caves. Swing 3. And we will pillage the bog. Take it. I will take it. Oh god, here we go. We better hope he whiffs. He hit the Trailblazer. Scooping? Wow. Alright. Here we go. I'll keep this. No 1-drops, which is kind of a bummer. But it's okay. Oh god. We got a ley line. We got a ley line. We got a scamp. You are a scamp. How rude. I'll scamp before ya. I'll scamp before ya. I'll scamp before ya. I'll scamp before you. Take 1. I will take 1. We'll play a Tumblewagg. We will put a counter on. Draw a card. And then we will attack! Thank you. Alright, I'll take the 2 for 1. I'll take the 2 for 1. No blocks. Mama didn't raise no fool. Oh god. Maybe Mama did raise a fool. You're not sacking it? Oh. 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 It's gonna be one of those days. How do I even do it? I don't know why I got Zoraline when I do not have the life for Zoraline. I guess I'll do it like this. But I am totally dead, right? Right? Am I totally dead? I am totally dead. Oh, 𝑇𝑒𝑒𝑟𝑟𝑎𝑠! Hey, 𝑇𝑒𝑒𝑒𝑟𝑟𝑎𝑠! Hey, I'm gonna come down here now and cry. I don't want anyone to see all my salty tears. Alright, I'll keep 7.
Okay, we'll play this. Uh-oh.
Stalactite Stalker.
Ooh, playing some Insidious route. Maybe?
Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know?
Stalker gets big when you...
Ha! I'm winning. Actually, I'm not winning. Wouldn't you like to know? It's technically I don't do best of 3s. I'll play junior and best of 3s because it's junior. So it would still just be 1 pack.
Yeah. Watch out, we cast a little push. It's just a push. Don't mind the pool side.
Oh baby. Oh baby. How do I want to do this? This will go
6 damage, puts me to 11.
Like this.
Oh, we're playing fun stuff.
So much fun stuff. So much fun stuff.
What card did you take, though?
This one.
Oh, that card cheats. It fucks, but it cheats.
You cheat.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and go to 10. My god, okay. We're at 10, that gets a counter. Let's do this. On 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Pick up these.
Oh boy. Harvester.
Do a little...
Don't like to see it.
This on Spirit and play this.
It's pretty good. It's not quite good enough, but it's pretty good. I have to be very careful now. I have to be very careful now.
That's a 5/5. Can't block that. Bam, gets a counter. And then you get to search.
Oh, baby,
Are
baby.
you gonna try to combo kill me?
I don't know what you're talking about. Combos are delicious, though, when they're filled with cheese.
It's not wrong. What do we do? Well, I have to do this. And pay the ward.
Ooh.
And I gotta play that, and I gotta attack.
Oh. I like it when the red water comes out.
Red water.
Blood.
Oh. Yeah. We got comboed. Alright, fine.
Tutors are pretty good with combo decks.
Uh,
I think I can keep this. It's a little bit risky, but knowing that we're on the draw, I think we're okay. We'll jam a Paw Patch Recruit.
Paw Patch Recruit, huh?
What a card. What a card. Have you ever in your life played a Paw Patch Recruit?
I think I have. I think I played some Paw Patch Recruits last night. It's a very good card. Oh, the Oathsworn.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's discard this creature.
Oh boy.
We're gonna get
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Island. Yeah. And then I gotta do a little this to get rid of the Oathsworn.
Sick.
Get a counter on the recruit, which sucks for me, but
I'll accept it.
oh, that shit is ornery.
He's so ornery. We gonna ride him.
Oh no.
We gonna ride him straight to hell.
Let's do this. I'll even give you a card.
Yowza.
Oh. Well.
You get to see all my secrets. All my secrets.
Well, I think I do this.
Yeah, probably.
And do this. And pass.
Well.
More orneries. This ain't gonna be good for me.
Wow.
That's like fucking 12 damage.
That's some damage. Oh my god.
That's some bullshit over here.
It's good stuff. You could kill the recruit if you want.
Do this. And 6 that one.
Oh no. That's so sad.
I guess I'll try to go after the Oathsworn. What's that collector's cage doing in your hand?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Doke.
Come on, you gotta admit, this deck is sick.
I mean, it's doing some sick nasty shit right now. Alright, that's Zoraline. Zoraline say, pay life and reanimate something a little ornery, maybe? Probably, yeah. Bam. 3/3 orneries.
Yes.
Oh.
Shit's getting real.
Hat.
Shit's getting real.
I'm at 5. I think I died Elspeth. but I'm not 100%. So, let's pass. I think I'm dead to Elspeth.
You think I'm gonna use Elspeth?
You don't have to, but I think I'm dead to Elspeth. Okay. The other Ornery. So we need to like do this.
In response,
You put the counter on the Tumblewagg. Yep. Big dodge. Oh, and you get to pillage the bog? Yeah, you just win, right? It's 5 damage to the Tumblewagg.
Oh yeah, 5 damage to the Tumblewagg.
And you don't got any more Zoralines for me to take out of the deck? Damn.
Yeah, just one. Just a one-off.
Damn, GG's.
Wow. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. I'd like to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons over at Patreon. Without you guys, this channel would not be possible, so honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your contributions. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. The more likes we get and the quicker we get them, the bigger this channel will grow and the faster it will grow. I'd love nothing more than this channel to become something very special for you guys, but it's entirely up to you how fast that happens. Also, if you'd like more deck text, that's somewhere over there. And if you'd like to see what else the channel's been up to lately, that's somewhere up that way. Also, subscribe, circle below, do all the things.